can now add any of these anime I talk about to your watch list by clicking the link on the pinned comment. And check out my new site if you haven't. What's the best cure for sadness and depression? Love. Here are 10 romance anime where the sad and depressed boy finds love. Let's go. Number 10, The Duke of Death and His Maid.
僕はもう死ぬことにしたんだ。放っておいてくれないか。だいたい君はおせっかいなんて。
I know a lot of people threw this off because of the 3D animation, but I think the characters did justice to this more than you can think about. This has a story like one of those Disney fairy tales. There's a duke who has a curse. He kills anything that he touches. Now, that's nothing to worry about when you're single, but what happens when you get a crush on a new maid? That's when the guy decides he needs to take care of his curse.
ミステリアスな目元とかキスしたくなる唇
This gives off vibes of Takagi-san more than a lot of shows. The maid Alice is someone who loves to tease the Duke, and our Duke is our good old shy boy who thinks hand-holding is one of the purest expressions of love. I mean, he can't hold the hand of anyone since he'll kill them, but that's the whole point of this anime. Number 9, Unnamed Memory.
あなたが望む道を選んでほしい。それが理由です。では明日もよろしくお願いしますね。
Time to move from depressed Duke to depressed Prince. Unnamed Memory is about a guy who gets cursed by witches so he can never have kids, which means no child support, but that's not exactly ideal for a prince in a fantasy world. So he climbs this huge tower to meet a super powerful witch named Tanasha. He's hoping that she can break the curse, but the moment he sees her, he's like, forget other princesses, I'm marrying you.
おい、
断る。
なんだその即答は。
何もいいことがないからです。
The whole first season follows them trying to lift the curse while Tanasha deals with her own problems. It's a slow burn and sometimes the plot feels a little all over the place, but what really stands out is the chemistry between Tanasha and Oscar. This is an anime I never thought would get a second season, but somehow it did. So now you have 2 seasons to binge watch if you add this anime to your watch list. Number 8, Welcome to the NHK.
私には絶対佐藤君が必要なんだもの。
Enough with the fantasy stuff, let's move to some regular guys. Well, this guy isn't exactly regular because there's an organization called NHK that's going to hunt him down. But unlike a lot of guys with conspiracy theories, this guy actually gets a girl to save him. Yep, you heard that right. This whole anime is about a girl trying to teach a guy how Illuminati doesn't exist.
美咲さんにだって NHK の魔の手は伸びているんだ。それは日本悲観協会。
I think what I really love about this show is how it can go from some regular crazy comedy moments to some intense drama moments really quick. It's like those episodes in Steins Gate where Okabe goes from mad scientist to sad scientist within 2 episodes. And sure, it doesn't have the same tension as Steins Gate, but it has one of the best couples in anime. Number 7, The Tunnel to Summer, The Exit of Goodbyes.
遠野くん、
何？
私と手を組まない？
え？
私も欲しいものがあるの。
You know from the title alone, this is going to be one of those philosophical movies, even though the title might sound fancy. It's actually a really cool romance story. Imagine this, time travel, drama, and just the right amount of romance. It's about a mysterious tunnel that messes with 2 teens' lives. They make wishes, but in return they lose parts of their life. And that's where things get interesting.
私は遠野くんのいる世界に行きたい。だからあのトンネルが必要なの。
This is more of an anime version of Pet Sematary minus the whole necromancy and horror vibes. The whole theme of this movie is how wishes come at a cost. Apart from that, the soundtrack is amazing and the animation is seriously impressive. At first I thought it was some big name director, but I was shocked to learn it was by someone who worked on Digimon. I mean, that's some serious career upgrade. Number 6, Into the Forest of Firefly's Light.
幽霊のようなものなんだ。ホタル、忘れてしまっていいんだよ。
Alright, grab your tissue box. You're going straight to the hospital after this one. This is based on a one-shot manga that involves a girl named Hotaru, who runs into a forest inhabited by spirits. Here she meets a mysterious boy wearing a mask called Gin. But it turns out Gin has a curse. If anyone touches him, he'll disappear forever. Yeah, it sucks to be him. But that's how curses in sad romance anime work.
デートみたいですね。
デートなんですね。
It's been a long time since I talked about this anime. I remember watching this a long time ago, then putting this in my first sad romance anime video because I was still suffering from heartache. But this is a really good anime movie. Maybe what makes a great anime is not the story, but the hearts you break along the way. Number 5, Taisho Otame Fairy Tale.
確かにこれは見られてよかったかも。
よかった。やっとお顔が柔らかくなった。
Sometimes depressed guys can be so lucky, their wife appears straight at their doorstep. This guy right here, yeah, he's got it rough. His dad straight up kicks him out, leaving him to live alone in a tiny house. But surprise, turns out his dad isn't completely heartless because he sends a girl to be his wife. Maybe his dad wasn't so bad after all. The whole movie is about our cheerful wife teaching our depressed boy how life is worth living.
中に。
すみません。
Unlike most romance anime, this one skips the usual high school drama and actually focuses on developing the couple. The plot isn't super complicated and packed with romantic tension, but if you're here for some sweet moments between a gloomy loner and a bright, cheerful girl, then this anime is definitely for you. I really love this one, and it's a crime that we haven't gotten a second season yet. Number 4, Call of the Night.
ああ、さっき転んで。
あらら、いっぱい出たね。
何言って。
If you never watched this anime, you might never believe vampire girls can cure depression. Well, this is more of a case of insomnia than depression, but our main character has got some social issues too. Call of the Night is about a guy with insomnia who walks on the streets at night until he gets taken to the house of a mysterious female. This female makes him sleep on a futon and then sucks his blood. Now, the anime frames this in a much better light than the creepy way I said it.
私は七草なずな、吸血鬼だ。
浅井明。 人間。
Call of the Night isn't your regular vampire love drama, which is one of the reasons why it got popular. It doesn't have vampires stalking you at night or werewolves hunting you down, but it's got that chill, relaxed vibe that makes you want to grab a drink and binge watch until the end. Number 3, Orange.
だって悩みがあるんでしょ。
なんで知ってんの？
Why is this anime called Orange? I don't know, you tell me. Anyways, this time we're dealing with time travel. But don't worry, our main character doesn't actually travel through time. Instead, she gets a letter from her future self. How cool is that? The letter warns her about a new transfer student, Kakeru Naruse. Somehow, this guy is the key to making her life either way better or way worse.
サッカーやりたいならちゃんと言いなよ。見てるから。私もかけるのこと。
I think Orange is one of those drama anime that flew under the radar. It starts off pretty nice and simple until the drama starts kicking in. I also felt like they handled the time travel aspect really well despite this being a drama anime. Like any normal person, Naho freaks out and has no idea what to do about Kakeru, and I felt like that was realistic. So if you want love and time travel, you better watch this anime. Number 2, Clan Ad.
トロそうだから心配なんだよ。
私、トロそうに見えますか？
自覚なかったのかよ。
ショックです。
No, we're not talking about After Story. We're talking about the original Clan Ad. Clan Ad follows Tomoya Okazaki, a high school student who spends his days goofing off like a delinquent. But everything changes when he meets Nagisa Furukawa and decides to help her restart the drama club. With the support of several other girls, Tomoya's journey takes a new turn.
渚ちゃんのボーイフレンドだったんですか。
違います。
即答。
Clan Ad starts off simple, and the first few episodes are packed with comedy. But once you finish the series and move on to After Story, get ready for heartbreak. It's one of the saddest romance anime ever, and you'll feel down for days after watching it. Clan Ad may be old, but it's a classic that can make you cry in your sleep. And it's one of the few anime that makes a depressed guy happy, and then makes him depressed again. Number 1, A Silent Voice.
嘘つけ。文句あんなら言えよ。はあ？
We're finishing off with a movie. Not just a normal movie, but one of the best anime movies of all time. This is about a guy called Shoya. Shoya used to be bullied to a girl named Shoko, who was deaf and had trouble hearing. But as time passed, he becomes more withdrawn and full of doubt. That's until he meets Shoko again, and he realizes it's time for redemption.
月？うん。綺麗だね。
A Silent Voice isn't just a simple love story. It's about understanding others and learning to accept their flaws. Even though it has a happy ending, there are plenty of bittersweet and emotional moments along the way, so don't go expecting a lighthearted watch. If you've been paying attention to the anime world, you already know how popular Silent Voice is. And if you haven't seen it yet, now's the perfect time.